Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna have a few hours out of the workshop this afternoon. Had a little job to do on the cutter earlier. Had to weld that back on there, that had broken off. I've had 3 more loads. 3 more loads of Bamford seed leaving the farm today, so that's handy. And I'm just going to go and get Hedge cut, which is on a block of land that we're currently just finishing off cultivating. And it got missed last year because ground conditions weren't really right and we were rushing around getting drilled. So I'm going to go and tackle that, and you can see how terrible my hedge cutting skills are. Here we are then. Soon grow, don't they, when they miss a trim. See if we can tidy that up a bit. We're making some progress. First pass done. That's taken some whacking. Tidying up pass next. Well, that is looking much better. Managed to get that tamed down nicely, so that'll do for today, won't it? Gonna lose the light very shortly. Find something else to play with tomorrow. First job on the agenda this morning. Another bale to sort out. She's away. Some workshop jobs are a little bit more fiddly than others. This is the rocker switch on the joystick for the cutter. The rocker switch tilts the head either way. Inside there, this little spring goes that side. There's another one that goes that side. One of them had broken, so the rocker switch wouldn't spring back into the middle position when you operated it one way. It's not a problem if you know about it, but it does stick and occasionally catches you out. So I found another little spring in a assorted box of springs we've got. That should fit in there. Put that back together and hopefully that'll fix it. Found a better one, I think. A bit bigger, but it fits. Oh, close. Needs to be a bit longer. Perfect. Let's get the next patient in the operating theatre. Alternator, fuel level sender, what else? Change the wheels, and fuel tank mounting bracket where there's 1 or 2 bolts that have sheared off, so we can get rid of the ratchet strap. just before I put this away, I'm going to get a couple of jobs done with it. One of them, I've got a lot of brambles and stuff growing up around the pond in a sort of nature area that we've got, which don't really want to be there, so I'm going to whip around the outside of that, and then later on get in there with a telehandler and pull out a few volunteer bushes and trees that also shouldn't really be there. That's looking better. That's all I can get to with this cutter, but that should allow some grass to grow back up. Nice bit of grass around the bottom there. Just don't want the place getting overrun with brambles because they don't have to take over, do they? This pond is a great testament to just how dry it is. Oh, there's the ducks, look. So, about there is usually the low level, and just on the bank you can see there the high level, and at the minute we've just got a dirty puddle, so God knows how much that's going to recover over the winter, but that needs an awful lot of rain to bring the water table back up and fill that back up again. Right, here we go then. Volunteer tree removal. What do you reckon, Little Red?
Love it.
That one, that one, and the far bank. We'll dive down there, dive down the bank and have a look, see if we sink out of sight. Yeah.
Right in that corner. Chopping around.
I reckon we made a job of this, you know.
We made something of it. At least we've got a bit of water now, look.
Yeah. It's starting to fill the pond back up now. I've driven through the bottom of it a few times. Now this might look a bit messy, but when we're finished, oh, it's going to look beautiful. Clear the rest of these brambles up. That's about it, really. That do the job, won't it, boy?
Yeah, boy.
The ducks are excited about it anyway. This would be an absolute prime opportunity to take another foot or two out of the pond, but haven't really got time for those sort of activities at the minute. But at this rate, by the time we get caught up with drilling and everything in a month's time, there probably still won't be any water in here, so might be able to get the digger down here and have a go then. Ducks are struggling with their little puddle. Right, I reckon we got what we can. Got what we can with the JCB. Last bit of brambles will be a hand tool job. Just got to get out now.
mirroring.
I think I'm going to have to re-profile the bank a little bit.
Ah. Fucking get your grab.
Hang on, give her another go. I'll put the grab out the front, get a bit of weight forward.
I think you need more speed. More speed.
Speed and power.
Lovely jubbly.
Skilled operator. Well, that's gone rather nicely in there. I don't know what the ducks have found or have stirred the mud up, but they're really enjoying that. Must be some sort of grubs or worms or something in there they're enjoying. So we'll get the rest of those brambles cleared with a little hedge trimmer, and then I think chuck a load of grass seed over the bank. Hopefully some of that grows at some point. Try and fill the banks up with some nice long thick grass instead of brambles. Be a job well done. Well, what have we got here? (6R250) demo on the 5 metre Simba SL. First one apparently with central tyre inflation. Hell of a front weight on it. Look at that beauty. Let's go have a look inside. All the usual modern John Deere refinements inside. Two nicely laid out screens. Touchscreen audio system with Apple, I think it's got Apple CarPlay on it, I believe. Refrigerator, oh, a couple of beers. What else have we got in here? Oh, it's got a it's got the signature package on it, I think it's called. Can't remember what was completely involved with that, but one of the things is you get the little sport steering wheel and the variable rate turning. So when you're, I think it's under 15k, you can basically do full lock on one turn of the steering wheel, which is actually really nice on the headlands. Very nice to use. Done a little bit with it so far. Got it on the 5 metre Simba, as I said. Got that in about just under half depth. It's quite a good pull for it actually, running at about 9k. Pretty much full power. On a nice bit of land, not a difficult, not a tricky bit, not a heavy block of land, quite light land. Get going down the field and have another pan round. Right, we're getting a couple of acres under our belts now. Going well really. It doesn't want any more than this, but yeah, 5 metre SL on at about half depth, so what's that running out? I don't know, about 7 or 8 inches maybe on the tines. Obviously fairly tough going this year, but this is an easy field, as you can probably see by how it's working up. Not our lightest land, but still going very well. Yeah, I like it, to be honest. It's everything's fairly straightforward to use. Yeah, can't complain really. I think it would be nice to try one of the bigger ones at some point as well, but you know, there's a couple of different tractor sizes that we'll have to replace at some point. One of them will be something, you know, something equivalent to this size, which at the minute we've got T7 210, which is quite a few less horsepower because it's a boosted horsepower figure, but as is the way with this job, you're trying to do more with less. There's now only 2 of us farming 1250 acres, so you need to be able to get over things, and everything needs to be as good as you can get it, doesn't it? And that includes getting things done in a timely fashion. A little bit of extra horsepower helps an awful lot with that. Interesting tyre pattern on these, Michelin Evo bib. So they look a little bit more like a hybrid with that sort of like that strip that runs through the middle almost, but seem to be doing well. They'd probably hold up a little bit better on road work, judging by the tread pattern. But yeah, they don't seem to be compromised in the field. But again, it's hard to tell at the minute because it couldn't be much drier, could it? So we there we go. And click the GPS back in. Yeah, it's certainly not tricky conditions. I've had to move fields briefly. The old Sumo was blocking up. This was one of the fields that had an awful lot of chopped straw left on it. So I'm doing a quick pass ahead of him, just try and mix things up a bit, which I think is doing a nice job because he hasn't had to stop and back up or anything else yet. So should get him through. This is coming peas as well, so we do want a nice level finish on it because our pea drilling date's usually May time. And you don't want to be filling in holes here, there and everywhere with horrible dry soil that the peas are just going to sit in and be relying on a rain to get going. Yeah, overall pretty impressed, to be honest. Be nice to have a go on 7 or an 8 series as well. Just hopefully see what one of the bigger ones is like when the time comes for changing the bigger tractor. Yeah, no complaints. There'd be quite a few benefits of going down the John Deere route. We've got a couple of dealerships very, very close, which is always useful. John Deere are obviously renowned for being pretty good quality tractors, pretty decent reliability. And then again, you tend to hear horror stories these days about every different manufacturer. Hard to know if any of them are really that much better than the other ones, but yeah, there's potentially the few downsides as well. They are obviously a little bit more expensive than what we currently run, and I do feel like the sheer amount of technology on these tractors now, you really want to be buying them brand new with a good warranty package on it, and that's just quite simply very expensive, isn't it? So, see how we go. I think there's a lot more to go wrong on these tractors as they age, and we all know how expensive a dealership is to call out, and it's not a great time to be having big expensive bills, is it? Yeah, in summary, great tractor. Love how everything's set out on the screens. Nice cab to be in. Entertainment system, good. Nice clear radio. Fridge has got beers in it. Thanks, John Deere. I like that it's got the tyre inflation on it, so you can get the most out of your tyres and get the most out of the machine in tricky conditions, or even in good conditions really. Anytime you can lower compaction is a good thing, isn't it? But I don't particularly like how messy the tyre inflation system is on here. Shame that it can be set up like the other ones where it comes along the axle and through the wheel that way. I can see that causing some issues. Yeah, watch this space. maybe the next tractor that turns up here will be a green one. Oh, I will have to apologise because I was really hoping to get some drone footage of it today, but this week we seem to be in the middle of a hurricane or something, so it's not really great flying conditions, so I've knocked that idea on the head. Anyway, that'll be all from me for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed having a little play on this tractor. And yeah, give us a subscribe and like the video. I'll catch you on the next one.